Viewers, I trust the day has been very good. Well, as you all know, I am Grace Emmanuel, the tutor of Epitome of Wisdom and Grace Academy. Well, we are going to continue from where we stopped, the last time. But today we'll be treating on a new topic, multiples and factors. Majorly, when we talk about multiples and factors, we're talking about the LCM and the ACM. Now, we should know that LCM is the lowest common multiples, while the ACM is the highest common factor. So, we're going to talk about the multiples and factors. Before anything, I want us to understand the word multiples and the word factors. Okay, because children, how kids tend to find it difficult. There's multiples and factors. Now, the word multiples. So, multiples are numbers formed by adding itself to the previous sum. Numbers formed by adding itself to the previous form. For example, if I'm talking about the multiples of 2, now I'm going to be adding. If I'm looking for the multiples of 2, that's what I'm going to be adding. 2 plus 2, that's 4. These are the multiples of 2. That's it, I'll be adding by 2. Plus 2, that's 6. Plus 2, 8. Plus 2. Like that, like that, like that. Those are what they call multiples. Okay, so they are formed, how multiples are formed, by adding itself to the previous sum. A number of times required. It can also be multiplied by whole numbers, representing the numbers of times required. Okay, now go to the next part, factors. The factors of a given number divide the number exactly without leaving a remainder or number you can multiply together to get another number. Now, when they talk about factors, how to get factors, children tend to confuse themselves with this. If you're looking for factors of 6, remember I said number divides the number exactly without leaving a remainder. If I'm looking for the factors of 6, I'll look for the number that can divide 6 and there won't be any remainder. That's how to get the factors. Now let's start with 2. 2 can actually divide 6. 6 divided by 2 will give us 3. So 2 is actually a factor. I'm always starting from the lowest figure. Now we go to 3. Okay, 6 divided by 3 will give us. I want to say the factors. Like I said earlier, for you to get the factors of 6, and let me start again with that. For us to get the factors of 6, what we are going to do is we are going to divide. Look for the number that can divide 6 without any remainder. The number that can divide 6 without any number remaining. Let's start with 2. 6 divided by 2 will give us 3. If you look at it, there is no remainder. So 2 is a factor. If you go to the next part, 3, that's the next figure. 6 divided by 3 is 2. So good. 3 is a factor. If you go to 4, 6 divided by 4, there will surely be a remainder. It's actually one remainder. So 4 is not a factor of 6. Now go to the next figure, 5. 6 divided by 5 is 1 remainder 1. Now you know very well that 5 is not a factor of 6. Then we go to the last figure, 6. 6 divided by 6 is just 1. So these are the factors of 6. It's how to get 6. So we'll talk about factors. The number that can divide without any remainder. But when we talk about multiples, I'm actually going back so that we'll actually understand the word multiples and factors. Now, if you talk about multiples, it's a multiples like they are formed by adding itself to the previous sum. For example, if you are given 12, just be adding 12, 12, 12. 12 plus 12 is 24. Okay? So another 12, you're looking at 36. Like that, like that. These are multiples. Multiples of 12. So I believe this is clear. And I also appreciate it if you can write this down. It's going to help. Okay? The word multiples and the word factors. Now quickly we'll be going to the lowest common multiple. I actually gave some examples here. Finding LCM using multiple methods. I'm going to be using 2 methods to find you. So any of your choice, the one you know okay, you are very good at. Now the first question, we have find the LCM of 12A, LCM of 12 and 15. So this is the first question, the LCM of 12 and 15. Let's go method 1, the first method. Okay, let's start with the first method. Now I'm going to look at, if you notice this is LCM means lowest common multiple. So I'm going to look for the the multiples of 12. Okay, so the multiples of 12 we have here 12. Remember how I taught you how to look for multiples? Just be adding 12. 12 plus 12 we have 24. 24 plus 12 we have 36. 36 plus 12 we have 48. 48 plus 12 we have 60. 60 plus 12 we have 72. 72 plus 12 we have 84. Like that, like that. And let's go to 15. You continue that way. Just continue that way. Okay, let's go to 15. 15. Then we have 30. Then we have 45. Then we have 60. Then we have 75. Okay, let's just stop here. Now remember it's LCM. LCM is lowest common multiple. Before we actually look for the LCM, let's look for the common multiple. Numbers that are actually common. Okay, I suggest let's continue. Let's continue. Plus 12, we are going to be having 96 here. Okay, plus another 12, we are going to be having 108. Okay, plus another 12, we are going to be having 120. Okay, sorry if I'm not wrong. Another 12 here. Yes, yes, 120. Plus another 12, we are going to be having 132. Like that, like that. So let's stop there. Now let's continue with this one. 75 plus 12, plus 15. Plus another 15, we are going to be having 90. Plus another 15, I'm adding 15 this way, please. Plus another 15, we're having 105. Plus another 15, we are going to be having, you can add one after adding, make sure you erase that, okay? Plus another 15, we're having 120. Let's actually stop it. Now let's look for the multiples. The multiples. Sorry, the common multiples, not just multiples. The common multiples. What's common? So we are looking, let's look at 12, the numbers that are actually common, that are actually the same. From what we've gotten, 12 is not here, 24, 36, 48. Okay, I think I've seen a number which is 60. Okay, so 60, let's continue if we can see any other figure. Okay, I think I've seen 120. So these are the common numbers, the numbers that are the same, 60 and 120. Sorry, this is 120. So these are the common multiples. We are able to get 60 and 120, but we are talking about the lowest. So what is the lowest common multiple now? Lowest means the lowest figure. Among 60 and 120, what's the lowest number there? 60. So 60 is the LCM. Actually, just use the first method. So you can wish to use this particular one. Remember the multiples. Be adding them. Adding 12. If it's a multiple of 15, be adding 15. That's just the key. Then look for the common multiples. Numbers that are the same. Any figure that is here must be the same down. So you merge it together like you were the kid. Then after getting your common multiple, then get your lowest common multiple, which is 60. Then check. You're out of there. Now the method 2. Okay, we have the next method actually. The first one is, okay, still on the first question rather. We're looking for the LCM of 12 and 15. Now if you're actually looking for the LCM of 12 and 15, the number that can divide 12, any number that can divide 12, I think you know 2 can divide 12. As far as the number can divide one of the digits, you are okay. As far as can divide 2 can divide 12, even if 2 cannot divide 15, that's not a problem. But as far as 12 can divide 2, that's not a problem. So 12 divided by 2, we have 6. 15 cannot divide 2. So what we are going to do, we are going to put that 15 here. I think that's clear. Now if you want to do the next one, the number that can divide 6 or 15, or please, I want us to take a note of this word, or number that can divide 6 or 15. 2 can also divide. 2 2 divided by 6, we have 3. 2 divided by 15 still cannot divide, so we put down our 15. Now we are going to use the next figure. The number that can divide 3 or 15. So we should know 3 can divide. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 15 divided by 3 rather. Then we have 5. So we have just 2 digits remaining, 1 and 5. You should know 5 is the next. 1 divided by 5, we still have to put down our 1. 5 divided by 5, we have to put down our 1. The last part is we multiply the numbers we have. 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. Okay, so 2 times 2 we have 4. 4 times 3 we have 12. And 12 times 5 is giving us our 60. Still the same number, still the same answer. Any method you wish to get. It's as simple as that. So it's any method. That's why I actually wrote method 1, method 2. Okay, so it's any method, just very easy. Like I said earlier, let me quickly go back. Multiples are kind of adding. You're adding the numbers. While factors, you divide and make sure there is no remainder. That's actually the difference between multiples and factors. I may not be able to treat the factor today, but in the next video, I really want you to join us. Okay, I'm going to make sure I give examples, just like what I'm doing here. I'm going to give examples and method on how to solve factors. Now, quickly, let's go to the next part, which is number 2. Okay, I'll just be using one method for this one, just one method. You can actually try yourself using the second method. You can actually try that yourself. But I will be using using the first method, but I will be using the second method. You can try to see if we'll get the same answer. I'll be using the second method to look for the number 2 question. But you can also try, make an attempt, use the first method to check for number 2. So let's go B. The LCM of 8, 10, and 12. Remember I said I'm using method 2. Eight, 10, and 12. So if you actually use this method, you're going to get the same thing. Now let's go. The number that can divide 8 or 10 or 12. So let's say or, remember it's or. If any number can divide any of these, we are okay with it in LCM. So let's say we are using 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 10 divided by 2 is 5. And 12 divided by 2 is 6. So we have done dividing that part. Now we have 4, 5, 6. Any number that can divide 4 or 5 or 6. For my grades, the advice I'll be giving is make sure you always start from the lowest number to divide. I don't know if I said this earlier, that's why I'm saying it now. Make sure you start from the lowest figure to divide. So 4, 5, 6. Any number that can divide, let's say 2. 4 divided by 2, we have 2. 5 divided by 2 is not possible, so we write down our 5. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So these are the numbers we have now. We have 2, 5, 3. Remember the lowest figure, which is 2 again. 2 divided by 2, we have 1. 5 divided by 2, not possible, so I'm writing down my 5. 3 divided by 2, not possible, so I'm writing back my 3. Okay, now the number that can divide 1 is out now. Remember when it's out, we don't need it again. Just the 5 and 3. Always start from the lowest figure. 3 can divide. 1 divided by 3, write down your 1. 5 divided by 3, not possible. 3 divided by 3, 1. Now remaining 5, just write down your 5. So 1, 1, and 1. This is the answer. So you multiply 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 and times 5. This is 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 2, we're looking at 20. 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 2, 8. 8 times 3, that's 24. Now 24 times 5. So we have here, this is 20. 4 times 2, that's 10. Plus 2, that's 12. So our answer is 120. Okay, like I said earlier, you can try using the first method and see if you get the same answer. Whatever thing you get, just feel free. Check it out, comment or say your answer in that comments the space for comment for you to comment. Just try to tell me your answer. And like I said, and like I do say, if you don't understand, feel free to ask any question. I'm very much available for each and every one of us. See you next time. And like I said earlier, ACF will be doing that on our next video. Thank you very much.